Well, welcome to the week following September 20th, our 16th Sunday after Pentecost. And today's story is out of the genre or the section of the story about Abraham and Sarah. And it was kind of fun. I looked in the Spark Bible because the story isn't there, and this is Genesis 18 1 to 15 and 21 1 to 7. And I thought it was kind of cute in the Spark Bible how they also included the story about the name change, that Abram becomes Abraham, becomes his name now means father of many, and Sarah's name means mother or princess of many. So anytime your name changes in the Bible, God tells you you have a new name, something exciting is going to happen. And I think one of the things we have a tendency to forget is that Isaac is born to Sarah. He's Abraham's son, but he's also Sarah's son. And the promise comes through Sarah, even though it is a patriarchal, male-oriented culture. Even from the beginning here, the part of the mother, God is always lifting up, because this is the only child that Sarah has. And here's this promise that God was going to give them a great family, a great nation, and there's one child, but one child is hope. One child leads on. And the story is really kind of a fun story in that these strangers come to the camp of Abraham and Sarah. And Abraham greets them with great hospitality, these three strangers. And these strangers then bring this message that when they return in about a year, that Sarah will have a child. And we are told that Abraham is 99 years old, and I forget if Sarah is like about 10 years younger than that. So Sarah is listening intently as Abraham has this exchange, and we're told that she laughs to herself, and right away one of the main speakers says, "Why did Sarah laugh? Doesn't she trust God?" And she denies that she laughs, but we find out it is through her that this promise is fulfilled, that the child she has about a year later, his name is Isaac, which means laughter. And how often do we have that response to God's surprises in our life? Not what we expected, but hey, the good thing is to sometimes to laugh and to let that spirit out. And this miracle birth, this is the first miracle birth in the narrative story. People who are closer to the grave than they are the cradle have a child, and this child is a child of hope. And so that is the story we have from the story of Abraham and Sarah. There's multiple facets to this story, but this year we're going to focus on that child, the fulfilling of the promise through the child Isaac. And just kind of a reminder, since we're talking about children and that time of year where school is starting up in various places, just to be aware of the many issues that children face here and across the world, and to just kind of keep your ears open to opportunities that you can help children, whether it be school supply drive or sponsoring a child through some of the agencies or refugee children and such. Just opportunities. And I ask you to pray with me now. God of promise, Abraham scoffed and Sarah laughed when they were told of your plans for them and their family. Yet you remained faithful to your promise and gave them a son, Isaac. Help us to trust in your promises for our lives and to live according to your will. Amen. You are a blessing by God. Thanks for joining me, and we'll see you next week. The story continues.